Hello. So in this video, I'm gonna show you a prompt that I have made called the Red, Blue, and Green Team Triangulator. Essentially, what this prompt does, sorry, not made, generated. What this prompt does, it extensively looks at a plan you've got, and it will basically see the weaknesses, see the good parts, and compare the good and bad together and see the strengths in all three. So, and when so remember in the Telegram channel that I said that this prompt requires you to run three additional prompts before you can use the prompt itself. So, pause, bear with. Let me come back and let me show you all four prompts all together before we run it. Okay, forgive me, it's taking me a while. What has been literally half a second for you has literally been almost an hour for me. But yeah, so here is the prompt I was talking about. So let me quickly. So this is one chat on DeepSeek that has I don't know how many lists of 10 prompts I've asked from it. But yeah, so this is not it's not this one, it's not this one, it's the third one. Red red blue green team triangulator. This prompt here, it says in fact, let me come into my documents here. This prompt requires you to run an additional three prompts on top of it. Let me change the style of the text because this is really hard on the eyes. Pause. Okay, sorry, I'm back. So if you want to pause and read, I've highlighted each section and description for you to read. In fact, I haven't highlighted it. I'm highlighting it right now for you. What this is, this prompt here, and it's not a small prompt either. It's a big one that that goes through four different phases to help you. And the red team is the strong. The red team, it red. Forgive my stutter. So the red team finds weaknesses. The blue team defends the blue team finds the best part of it, so it looks for the strengths, and then the green team is essentially the neutral part, looking at both sides. So you see attacks, defenses, and whatnot. And so this prompt here is if you have a plan and you want to make sure that this plan is strong, you run it through this. But the crazy part about this prompt is that this prompt requires you to run three additional prompts separate before you run this prompt in itself. It requires you to run a red team prompt, a blue team prompt, and a green team prompt individually in and of itself. In fact, this is me trying to fix the prompt library and whatnot. Don't worry, in fact, I'm too proud of this to not show you it. So afterwards, once I finish this, I'll show you it. But yeah, so what this prompt requires you to run three additional prompts before you run this prompt. So, of course, I'm going to use the prompt library. And so, all in all, to run one prompt, you need four prompts. You need a red team prompt that will look at your plan, your strategy, and whatnot, and it will find weaknesses and whatnot in it. You will need a blue team prompt that will look at your plan and find the best parts of your plan, and you will need a green team prompt which you will need to look at both red and blue perspective. This is in, if I haven't even fixed this. So, oh yeah, and also this is the new prompt library from as of now. This is the new one, but there's so many more changes. So yeah, so you okay? I'll show you this at the end. But yeah, so this is the main prompt here. And so you can see how big and comprehensive this one prompt is. It will take the description of your plan, it will take the red team output, and this is why you will need to run these 3 additional prompts before you run this one. It will take the red team output, the blue team output, and the green team output, which is the red and blue team, and it will evaluate it on its own. And then it will now look at all the defenses and give you a report afterwards. And so it's crazy what this does. So let me fix this prompt here, and I will go through a whole process of how this works. Pause, let me come back, I'll fix it up and do everything, and I'll show you. When we come back, I'll be in GPT showing you this. We'll be on the red team and I'll show you this. In fact, let me show you how good the prompt library is. So now I've got all of the prompts that I need. I've got the red team, the blue team, and the green team, and then the main prompt. I'm just going to show you how I'm going to do this in GPT. So right now I've got the red team set up. All I need to do is paste in my description or whatnot or my plan. I've just copied one of the proofreading prompts from my library. I'm going to copy this, and now we're going to come into GPT. And now here is what we're going to do. So this main prompt here requires you, as you can see here, it requires you to run 3 separate prompts before you run it itself. It requires me to run the red team, the green team, and the blue team. So we need to now get an output for red, blue, and green. So that's what we're going to do now. So here is the red team prompt that you've just seen me copy. We're going to run this. And then what I'm now going to do is I'm going to create 3 separate documents. And I'm going to paste each red, blue, and green in here. So I've got a little handy bookmarklet that can help me here. Sorry, you see me sort my thing out. So I'm going to name this red team. I'm going to name this blue team. I'm going to name this one green team. So now what we're going to do is, all we're going to do is take the red team output all the way to the bottom. And we're going to copy it. We're going to paste this in here. Now all we're going to do is I'm going to take my original prompt here again, copy it, and then we're going to come back to the prompt library. We're going to put it into the blue team. Press paste, copy it, and then now we're going to come back here. We're going to run the blue team. And you see, I didn't need to paste it in because the prompt library does that itself. The prompt library, because I put a variable here, it's already put my prompt in there. I just need, it's copied everything, including my input. Now we're going to wait for that. While we're in the process of doing that, I'm going to grab this and run the green team. Oh, I haven't done that. So even let me show you. This is in the prompt library. So this is all the variables that it has identified. Anything that you see in blue is a variable that I could input into, but I just need it to be this variable and this variable alone. So in the prompt library, you can select which variable is shown. So I'm going to go do all of this. So you can see here, all of them are showing. I'm going to come here and select all of these. And I can select them all manually one by one. I, I'm not going to add a whole unselect all because you might have gone through it all and then do it. So you can now manually choose what one you want. This is from Claude, but I'll come back to that. I'm going to close all these. I just need so there we go, I'm done. But there was one part I missed. The red insert red team and blue team outputs if available. I need that because the green team does that. So I'm going to paste the green team. I'm going to paste the original prompt here, and I'm going to copy now the blue team assessment. I'm going to paste this into the blue team area. Now, here's what. Now we've already ran two different prompts. Blue team, blue team and red team. I'm going to now need to copy the red team's prompt. In fact, I could add another section to this. So I'm going to put red team I'm going to put here red team perspective, blue team perspective. So I'm going to put this in double brackets so it can recognize it as a variable. Then I'm going to press save, and then I will have to redo my previous one. So I'm going to put the plan and strategy in here. Then I'm going to I'm going to put the blue team assessment. So this is the red team assessment here. And I'm going to copy and paste in the blue team assessment here. Again, remember, all I've done is just paste in my answers. I'm going to press copy. We're going to come back to GPT now. Let's see how long we are at. 13 minutes, so we're still fine. So we're going to come back here. We're going to run this. This now, if you remember, I said in the Telegram channel, this is now what I'm about to do is I'm about to layer on the red team's output and assessment, and I'm also about to layer on the blue team's assessment. And then what the green team is going to do now is going to evaluate and be a middle ground from both the green team, the blue team, and the red team, and give its own output. So that's what we're going to do. It's going to now analyze the plan, and it's going to look at the context from blue and red. I'll pause and I'll come back when it's completely done. Okay, so we're now done. So this is the green team assessment. And so what the green team is doing, think about this. So here we go, green team assessment. The green team is now looking at the red team and the blue team, and the red team is looking at how bad the prompt is. The blue team is looking at how good the prompt is. The green team now is a neutral ground, looking at how good and bad the team is, how good and bad the prompt is, and thinking of like alternatives to it. So we're going to copy this one, and now what we've got now is all three. We've got the blue, red, and green team outputs. So let's go and paste this into the green team section. So now we've got blue, we've now got blue, we've got red, and we've got the green team output. So now we use the main prompt. So we've got blue team. Oh, okay, Claude wants to see. Okay, Claude might want to use my computer. Let me pause. Okay, it doesn't seem like Claude wants to look at my computer. Okay, so now here is everything. We've got blue, we've got the description of the plan. This is the same instruction that all of them have been looking at. And then this is the green one. And then we've got the red one. So now all we're going to do is press copy, come back into GPT now. I'm going to keep on this chat because it's now got the actual context of everything else as well. And I'm now going to paste this. We're now using the main prompt here, the blue, red, and green team. And it's going to use all of their outputs and give it to me and give me a comprehensive brief based on this little prompt here. All of them have looked at this prompt and are evaluating this little prompt here. So we're gonna run it in GPT. Let's come back. I will look at Claude. And so here we go. So we've got executive summary and whatnot. Don't worry, I'll give you every single one of these prompts so you can run them individually yourself. But again, remember we have to run the blue, red, and green team prompts before we even want to use the main prompt itself. We have to get 3 outputs before we use this one. So like now, what it's doing is it's looking at what red team says, what blue team says, and it's now telling me what it's telling me from this assessment. It tells me that in the first phase, the red team has wins in this because the blue team's defense is practical, but it's not structural. But the red team's one is. We now go down. The red team wins narrowly. It's broad, but but it's still valuable, but it's broad. Blue team's strongest arts defenses and whatnot. Defense 2, genuine strength. Genuine strength is, so you see, it's giving me assessment. So it's converging on each one. How much I'll be at? 20 minutes. So we still have a bit of time, a space. But yeah, an agreement. So both agree. Neither side is ideal for all of these 3. So you can see now we're looking at the middle ground. The green team doesn't attack, it gives ideas. So it takes the assessments from blue and red. Blue and red are, red is attacking, blue is defending. And green team now is, think about the green team as more of a mediator. And so what the green team now does is this. It's presenting ideas for the prompt. and I'm going to keep strolling. I'm going to now ask it. I am now going to ask it to give me a refined output for my prompt based on these assessments. Hey, so going based on all of these assessments, could you give me a refined output of my original plan and prompt I've given to you based on what we've now gone through? And so now it's going to go through everything. And now what I've now got is a prompt that's a brand new prompt that has now been attacked, it's been defended, and it's got some brand new ideas. And let me just explain to you, this was the original prompt. You see how we've got a, let's even go open this up wider. You see here, this is the new prompt. Above this line is the old prompt, so you can see now it's actually a lot better. It's looked through it. It's You can actually tell that there's actual thought gone into it because we've not just run red, blue, and green all at once. We've ran red, at first, we ran blue second, and then we ran green with red and blue's output together, to, and then we've now got a finalized prompt here. And as you can see, it's crazy work. So like now, I can copy this, and then here's the fun part of about the prompt library that I love. So in here, if you go into import, I want this as markdown. I can copy a markdown template. I'm going to open up another DeepSeek chat. I'm going to go, here is my prompt for formatting. Then I'm going to copy GPT's prompt that's just given to me here. Let me make this dark because that's even blinding me. And then we go. And so this is now, I can now use this within the prompt library. Paste it in here. There we go. So now I come back to the prompt library. That whole new prompt we've just generated is now here. And just to show you that this now works, I'm going to take a prompt, okay, sorry, I got a little bit distracted with massive statement. But yeah. So I'm going to take one of my, let's see which information I can use. Okay, let's just use this one. This is just the description of the prompt itself. I'm going to copy it, paste it into here. Again, get ready, copy. We're going to use GPT. Paste. Oops, I didn't actually copy it properly. And here we go. We're now using this brand new prompt from red, blue, and green. come back when it's finished. And here we go. So here's the revised version. It's just taken everything I've given to it, and in fact, it's even spaced it out so that it even looks cleaner. I just gave to it as a block of text, and it now knew to separate it. So, in the last 25 minutes, we've now made a brand new prompt from just a simple, short one paragraph prompt into a much more detailed prompt that looks at the intent, audience, desired outcome, language, and guess what? With this, you can even add more to this. So this is what I meant by in the channel. This was crazy, and I couldn't just give it in the channel like that. But it will be in the description of the video. So each prompt will be in the description of the video, and I'll try and explain which prompt you have to run one after the other. Oh, yeah, I even forgot to say. So, in the whole time I've been showing you, this is literally the new version of the library. There's you've got new workspaces. You can add your prompts. It will show in the side. If you have API, you click the bottom. You can add API key for GPT, Claude, and Gemini, and it will work. There's playground. There's a playground session where you can actually test variants of your thing, and you can give it stars and which one, and you can add them literally to your library, or you can try the prompt lab and then go through API in and of itself. You can get AI to score it. You can paste them both in here, both variants in here, get AI to score it, and whatever the winner is, you can save the winner to library. You can give notes on what worked and what didn't. I don't know if you give notes, it will impact the prompt. But yeah, you can see what works. And so you can run both of them. So see, because I have no API key, it didn't work. But yeah, you've got meta prompting, which also now works. You can put a prompt in here. There's new features. Can't show you that just yet because I myself doesn't know if it works yet. And then my favorite part, the surprise me button. If you don't know what prompt to use or you're just curious, just click run, and it'll keep picking a random prompt from your library. As you can see here, I've got 222. So it will randomly pick one for me. You might get two of the same or more. Anyhow, let me let me save this and I'll upload it soon.